following is a special presentation of the Westhills Television Network.
Hi artists, it's me, Miss Blackwell. I'm going to show you how to paint my line design based on the work of Joseph Amadokpo that we did in this art rotation. If you don't have any paints, then any medium or supplies will do. A medium is what you use to make art is a medium. If you're going to do a collage and you go out and you get some grass and sticks and rocks, then your medium is grass and sticks and rocks. So it's whatever you use to make your art supply, your art project. Okay? So, once again, if you don't have paints, use whatever you have. Crayons, coloring pencils, anything, or a combo. Alright, so I'm using watercolors, and there are many kinds of watercolor paint. I like some better than others. I'm using this Faber-Castell paint set today, but my favorite watercolors are Prang watercolors. I use these a lot. Prang actually gives you a pretty good brush too. Now this brush that's in the Faber-Castell set, that's a really good brush too. Okay, nice watercolor brush. Alright, so every brush is not for every paint, but let's get back to the Prang. Okay, these are kind of sticky. That's because that's called a semi-moist, and they have lots of nice color. The color is very nice. These are some professional grade watercolors, and they're very hard. They have some nice color to them though. Another kind of watercolor is this tube. If I'm doing a picture that someone pays me to do, these are professional watercolors, as you see. They're very thick. You put it out on a palette, you use some water, and they come in all different colors, beautiful colors. So that is another kind of watercolor. I also like this liquid watercolor. This liquid watercolor, you can make any color you want. You can make them as dark as you want, just by adding water. As you see here, this is a whole bottle, so this will last a long time. I also like to do my paintings with these. The color lasts a lot longer with these too. Now, Crayola makes a good one. I use them sometimes. This one I'm not that crazy about, but it's okay. They even make watercolor pencils now. Watercolor pencils. This is a nice set. If you color a picture, just like you're coloring with coloring pencils, and then you take a brush, you can make dark areas, light areas, you can put another color on there with it. Okay, and then you take your paintbrush and voila, it turns into a painting. Okay, and as I said, you can color the whole picture just like you would be using coloring pencils, and then grab a brush and paint. Okay, so if you've noticed, this is a watercolor tablet that has special paper for watercolors. You know, you don't want to use a piece of copy paper because they get soggy and often fall apart. Let's get back to the brushes. There are all kinds of brushes. This brush is not made for watercolors. Can you see that? It is called a bristle brush. Bristle. Now, you know what kind of bristle it is? It's made of hog hair. Some brushes are made of real hair. This is one of them. This is from a pig. Okay. And this is from a sable. You can look these up. That's a natural. Now this is man-made, and some man-made brushes are nice. They give you a nice smooth line. Okay, so this is synthetic or man-made. All of these are. You have flat brushes, and then you have round brushes. Okay, little bitty brushes. Look how small this one is. Okay, this one that I use to paint is probably one of my favorites. You know, brushes can cost a lot of money, and we need to take care of them. So you should never let your brush look like this when you're painting. Okay, can you see that? That's having a bad hair day, and you don't want your paint to touch this metal part, the ferrule. All right? Okay, now, so this is my favorite. A lot of times y'all like these giant brushes. You guys will get these and look at them. You think they're neat. They are pretty big. I'd have to be doing a pretty big project. Now, when you start painting, what you need to do is set up your paint station so that you can reach everything. You always should have some paper towels. Okay, so you set up like this. Okay, and put your picture here. And then when you get your brush wet, you can go right over here. One thing I like to do is I like to make puddles. I bet y'all didn't know that the lid of all of these paint trays are made for you to mix in and to make puddles. Okay, I make puddles by dropping some water. Drop a little water here. Pick up your color. And there's a puddle. If you want to change that color, mix a little something in there. Make sure you rinse your brush out when you change a color. Okay, I think I'll add a little yellow. And now I've created a nice yellow-orange. Okay. All right. So there's my puddle. So once again, remember, the top of your watercolor trays are made for mixing. Okay, so you've got everything you need set up here, and you're ready to paint. So happy painting. I hope this was helpful. And no matter how you do your Joseph Amadokpo line design, I want you to share it with me on my Google Classroom, and there's a link on there where you can take a picture and upload it. Okay? All right, thank you.